Why I am so excited about Momentus Stock. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, baby. I got the hoodie to prove that fact. And today we're speaking about a very exciting space-related company that is called Momentus that will be going public via Spac, SRAC. So I did make an initial video covering these guys, going through the absolute basics, you know, the investor presentation, all of those kind of things. And it piqued my interest, and I said that I was going to go out and do more research into the industry and the company as a whole, particularly in regards to the partnerships that they have built. And I also wanted to figure out for myself, do I think this is going to be worth, you know, a decent chunk of change? Am I willing to take a bet on this company? Because as of right now, you know, it's not even publicly traded. It is going public via SPAC. We all know that inherently carries considerable risk. And then when you pair that with being a space-related company, well, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a pretty crazy journey. But the more I've looked into it, the more excited I have got about this company. So in today's video, I want to show you guys why. I want to speak a lot about the partnerships that these guys have built. I mean, these guys are working with so many huge names on so many huge products that could literally change the way the entire world works over the span of a year to 5 years. It truly is innovation. I'm not going to cover the absolute basics. Again, I do have a video doing that if you want to watch that and then come back to this one. But we're going to go into some of the more juicy details and why these guys are so exciting. You know, the big question is this worth putting your hard-earned money into? And I think by the end of this video, but more importantly, by the end of this year, we're going to have a good idea and understanding of that fact. So right before we get into the video and the juicy information, can I please ask you to hit the juicy like button? If you are new around here and you appreciate the work I put into these videos, please, my friend, hit that juicy red subscribe button, join the family. We're on the road somehow to 50,000 beautiful investors. Drop me a comment down below. I want to know what you think about this company once you've watched this video all the way till the end. There is some juicy info. With that being said, let's get into it. So really quickly, who are these guys? What do they do? Okay, Momentus provides last mile delivery for satellites launched on any rocket. Think USPS, think workhorse, think last mile delivery, okay? Then if we go over to their investor presentation, the transaction highlights, very, very important to understand, okay? Raised $175 million in PIPE commitments, including $10 million from Stable Road before the transaction announcement. We have an enterprise value of about $1.2 billion with well-capitalized balance sheet, okay? We have some amazing partnerships, including SpaceX, Lockheed Martin, NASA, all of which we're going to get into. That's what I really want to speak about today. We have a strong backlog of over $90 million worth. Pipeline under negotiation and conversations, over $1.1 billion. A lot is going on with this company right now. Space is an industry that, in my opinion, is inevitable. There is going to come a time of our lives where we need space, you know? Earth is only going to be around so long. We need more. Look at Elon Musk, look at SpaceX, look at us trying to colonize Mars. All of these things that are happening. So, from a single launch, we can drop into multiple orbits and just change altitude or change inclination, dropping you in several spots. Basically, increasing the flexibility of a big rocket launch dramatically. So you can imagine, in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be cheaper, you know, by kilogram at least, to launch a massive rocket up into space, up into low Earth orbit. But you may not be able to get that exactly where you want it to go. That is the main thing that Momentus is doing right now, okay? They'll go up on the big rocket and they'll take the satellites or whatever it is exactly where they need to go. It's last mile delivery. It's buying your Amazon package, they ship it to the post office, and then the post office brings it to you. So I'm going to assume you guys have a decent understanding. I want to speak about this. Now, this is all the way back from May 20th of 2020, so this year. Momentus announces contracts with Sen, Alba Orbital and Sat Revolution. All within the same week, 3 contracts announced. Now, the 3 contracts show the versatility of Momentus Vigograde in space transportation service. Now, the chief revenue officer told Space News, "We've designed Vigograde shuttle services to meet varying market needs, whether it's a ride to space for a technology demonstration or a scientific mission that won't succeed without access to a very precise location in space. Last mile delivery." Momentus plans to conduct the first test flight this year of the Vigograde transfer vehicle before beginning commercial operations, and we will get into that, of course. So Sat Revolution signed a contract with Momentus to deploy LabSat, a 3-unit CubeSat packed with scientific payloads from Wroclaw University of Science and Tech. We hope to put their services to great use in the future, both for general access to orbit as well as for last mile delivery. So LabSat will be enclosed in Momentus's Vigoride orbit transfer vehicle for the December SpaceX Falcon 9 rideshare mission. Yes, as early as December. Remember in the intro, I said we're going to have a fairly good understanding of whether this will be a good investment as early as the end of this year. This is why. So at the conclusion of the Falcon 9 flight, Vigoride will transport the CubeSat to a higher altitude a move designed in part to make LabSeat easier for Sat Revolution to spot after the launch. So a Scotland-based company, Alba Orbital, announced plans May 18th to work with Momentus to send as many as 10 Pocket Cubes miniature satellites that measure 5 centimeters on the side on the same flight. So now you can see the real beauty of what Momentus does. They can work with multiple companies on one flight. And then in contrast, a British startup, Sen, hired Momentus to move a 16-unit cub seat to its orbital destination. Sen plans to launch the first satellite in its Earth TV video streaming constellation on June 2021 SpaceX Falcon 9 rideshare flight. So this one in particular is quite exciting. So there's another article here. So video from space. Companies signed deal to launch first Earth TV satellite in 2021. So essentially what this company wants to do, Sen, okay, they want to provide ultra high definition video of Earth to the masses. And they've signed a deal with Momentus to get its first satellite in 2021. Very exciting. And the more I started looking into these guys, the more I started looking into their partners and the partnerships and contracts they already have, next year is going to be massive. But as well, this year is going to be massive in December. It also goes on to say this arrangement will likely not be a one-off. The contract includes an option to allow 4 more satellites using the Falcon 9 and Vigoride during a single launch in late 2022. We are delighted to be working with Momentus for our launch requirements because we share a vision to democratize space for the benefit of humanity, and I think that is exactly what Momentus stands for, and I think that's exactly why Momentus could be so big in the next 5, 10, maybe even 20 years. And with that being said, I want to make it very clear right now, this to me is a very long-term investment. What happens in the short term could be crazy. I mean, no doubt in my mind these guys could go below $10, 100%. Of course it could happen. But these are the kind of guys who I think from a long-term investor's point of view, if you're going to hold these guys 1 year, 5 year, 10 years, 20 years, they have huge potential when you look at the companies they are already working with at this stage of the company's life cycle. I mean, they've set all of these contracts before even being a publicly traded company. That is awesome. Another one, okay, Space Tug to test out robotic arm on 2022 demonstration mission. So again, we see catalysts for this year, for next year, and 2022. We've already seen multiple from the same partners. This test flight is designed to demonstrate key space commercialization technologies. So Momentus and Made in Space Europe have finalized a memorandum of understanding to develop the flight to Earth orbit the companies announced last week. This was a good few months ago. If all goes according to plan, Momentus Vigoride Space Tug will be outfitted with one of MIS EU's advanced robotic arms, which will perform cooperative capture and manipulation of micro satellites. I mean, these guys are doing it all, and the people they are working with, it's so exciting, guys. So this mission will provide us with an understanding of how robotic arms can improve in-space transportation, which is exactly what Momentus is doing right now, last mile delivery. So another medium-term catalyst, a year and a half, 2 years down the line. And you keep hearing the word Vigoride, okay, but Momentus is working on more than just this. The company is developing other tugs as well, including one called Ardoride that will be able to haul satellites from low Earth orbit to the moon. That's the kind of potential we're speaking about here, and when I show you the timelines for this, it gets quite surprising. Ardoride is as early as 2022, my friends, and that's not even as big as they plan on getting. We have a 2024 model for Vigoride. The potential this company has within the next 18 plus months is genuinely nuts, considering the fact we also have short-term catalysts. It gets very exciting. And then there's this, okay, Lockheed Martin teams with USC and Momentus on a CubeSat program. I've been calling that CubeSat all day. Why can I not read? So USC students will build the satellites and integrate them with Lockheed Martin's SmartSat mission payload. The first of the 4 planned missions is a remote sensing spacecraft, okay? This is exciting. It will be used to test artificial intelligence technology to enable autonomous satellites. And look at this, the company has arranged for the 3U CubeSat to fly on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rideshare scheduled for February 2021. I mean, there is literally always something happening with these guys for a couple of years at least. September 4th, Momentus awarded NASA Tropics Pathfinder mission. NASA. So Momentus will transport the Tropics Pathfinder CubeSat to low Earth orbit no later than June 30th, 2021. Literally every couple of months, every 2-3 months, something is happening. There is genuinely going to be so many short-term catalysts continually happening for at least a couple of years. Again, I'm getting really excited, and whenever I feel myself getting really excited, I like to remind you guys, I certainly see this as a high-risk speculative play, but it's so exciting. So they are pretty much the most exciting partnerships I currently have found. But let me tell you, I am so excited about this company as of right now. I haven't felt this kind of excitement for a considerable period of time, in all honesty. Now, I do think it could be slow. I'm surprised they haven't, you know, done much more. If I actually bring up the SPAC right now, you can see that we're only trading at $10.56 a share. I mean, nothing really has happened at all here. There hasn't been an initial bump that we've seen with a lot of SPACs. So I'm surprised we are this low. And that does say to me that, you know, there's potential for these guys to not make much of a move for a little while, which is understandable, it's fine. But again, to me, this is a long-term hold. It's the kind of company where if I buy them, they're more than likely staying in my portfolio for 5 to 10 years, regardless of whether they dip to $6 or $7. So if you're not able for that, maybe this isn't for you, because I do see a very real possibility that, you know, these guys see a little bit of a sell-off post-merger. Only time will tell, though. But I mean, these guys look insane. Now, there's more to it than just those partnerships we spoke about, but I did cover most of it in the first video. But one thing I want to go through again is this: their cornerstone water propulsion innovation. It's beautiful. Our propulsion was built ground up to be low cost, efficient, low risk, safe, easy to refuel, reusable, and scalable. I mean, how many more positive words can you fit into one sentence? The use of microwave electrothermal MET tech is the cornerstone that makes all our current services possible, and that's why it makes it so affordable as well. A long-term growth opportunity. You know, right now we're just really speaking about the last mile delivery aspect of this company, but a long-term growth opportunity is in-space renewable energy. Solar power and data centers are potentially a $1.4 trillion opportunity by 2050. The space industry as a whole is a $1.4 trillion opportunity by 2030. The largest source of energy in the solar system is the sun. I mean, that goes without saying. So traditional photovoltaic solar panels are competitive in space only for smaller power users. Solar thermal systems using steam turbines and generators are more efficient at the hundreds of kilowatt per hour level. It's just another long-term growth catalyst. Right now we have an awful lot of short-term over the next 2 years or so. Another long-term growth opportunity is this in-space mining of water and resources. Asteroid and moon mining is potentially a massive opportunity. I think this could be worth trillions in itself within a couple of decades. Think iron and nickel, etc. Water, it's amazing. So momentous opportunity, as they put so forward themselves. First mover in providing in-space transportation and infrastructure services to the space economy. Rapid near-term expected growth driven by disruptive tailwinds in commercial space, a lot of which we just covered. Breakthrough water-based propulsion technology. So important. Significant customer traction and deep integration with industry leaders. So clear to see. Working with NASA, working with SpaceX, I mean, what else do you need to see? Clear path to profitability and more than $1 billion in EBITDA. Awesome, of course. Massive long-term growth opportunities beyond current business plan. I think in 20 years we might not even, you know, care too much about their last mile delivery services. And they have a well-seasoned team with experience in aerospace, propulsion, and robotics piloted by visionary leaders and innovators. Guys, these look extremely exciting to me. Now again, not much has happened since this was announced. I do own a position. I just bought 100 shares. I'm contemplating buying more today. If ever you want to know when I buy or sell anything, hit the first link in the description. Sign up to become a Patreon. But I do see this potentially taking up a decent bit of my portfolio within the next couple of weeks. I don't think there's going to be a major rush to get in here since we haven't seen much price action yet. But who knows? At the snap of a fingers, that could change. But guys, that is Momentus. Very exciting, very high risk, high reward play, but most certainly is a long-term investment in my personal opinion. So boom, there we have it. What do you guys think about this company? Do you think it's as exciting as I do? Or, you know, are you going to be sitting this one out? Do you not have too much interest in space? Let me know in the comment section down below one way or another. If you watched this video all the way until the end, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. You're helping me out so much just by watching the videos. And if you did enjoy, maybe you took some value and entertainment from the video, please consider hitting that like button, dropping me that comment, and subscribing if you're new around here. All of that is completely free, and it helps me out so much. I would be so appreciative. Very exciting company. I think if you've been on this channel for a while, you know that space is one of the industries I have a large interest in as an investor right now. Anyway, the only other company I'm invested in right now is Virgin Galactic, but I do see these guys as a seriously exciting opportunity. But anyway, my friends, thank you so much for watching this video all the way till the end. If you did so, you, my friend, are a true legend. I will see you for another one very soon. Peace.